With that, I yield to the ranking member for his questions.
Thank you. Sort of building on that last question, Admiral Paparo and General Brunson, if you had to add, as I mentioned in my opening statement, what capabilities, just focusing for the moment on what the U.S. could do you most need? Do you think would be have the most deterrent effect? I know, obviously, everyone wants more ships, more planes, more everything. But if you could, narrow it down to here are some of the most crucial things that could help you, just again, focusing on U.S. needs to deter. If both of you could give us an answer on that.
Ranking Member, the most critical need to focus on is our counter C5ISR&T capability, which gives us freedom to maneuver, freedom to operate at lower risk throughout the area of responsibility.
Secure communications, basically.
The ability to dazzle, deceive, destroy, the adversary's ability to see and sense, and then hardening our own ability to give a high-fidelity common operating picture to units to unlock their ability to operate tactically.
Yeah. Any piece of that in particular where you see the greatest need right now, understanding that I'll ask you this in the classified session as well and get into more detail. Posture hearings are different this year. We haven't got the budget yet, so it's a little weird. But as we will lead up to the budget, it hopefully will come in about a month, what would be most important to be in there to meet that need?
Leveraging the United States' ability, having 90% of the space lift in the world to bring counter space capability, and then to continue to enhance our cyber capability. And many others in the form of long-range weapons, in the form of unmanned and AI systems that affect air denial and sea denial in enclosed places, such as the Taiwan Strait, augment these.
Yeah. I'm just going to ask this. So General Hawk got fired. He's the head of NSA Cyber. How has that impacted your ability to work with NSA and Cyber on those very critical issues that you just outlined?
I say we're ready to work with whatever competent individual is in place, and we'll continue to try to enhance that ability.
Did you think General Hawk was a competent individual who you could work with?
Yes.
General Brunson, on the first question about capabilities, what would you most need in your command?
Sir, as I had the opportunity to mention yesterday in the HAC-D closed session, all my requests are inhabited within the IPL of Indo-PACOM. I would tell you that as I look at the more ephemeral domains of cyber, EW, and space, I'm looking to be engaged in those in a more fulsome manner. And I think that that's where we can talk in closed about some of those particular capabilities that we need to bring to bear on the peninsula. But to an earlier question that you mentioned, Ranking Member, I'd like to say that, if we were trying to project strength, one of the things that we're continuing to work on right now is the assailable flank that is United Nations Command. There are 18 total nations there, and so I see the KTO as being a bit wider, and being able to leverage those other nations in the Republic of Korea and beyond is a way for us to continue to sort of underpin the things that we're doing on the peninsula with legitimacy.
I'm running out of that's really important. I want to get to that, but I want to ask Mr. Note those questions. So as I mentioned in my opening statement, we are alienating every single partner in the region, and you made the statement, America first doesn't mean America alone. I'm puzzled. What are we doing to enhance relationships? I think we've all seen on display what we're doing to sort of make those relationships more problematic. But what is the administration doing to try to strengthen partnerships when they're launching a trade war against all of our partners?
Ranking Member Smith, so as you know, Secretary Hegseth just came back from his first trip to the Indo-Pacific, where he visited both the Philippines and Japan. He had a chance to reaffirm our commitment to those important alliances.
What is that commitment? I mean, we could all go on vacation to Japan and say how much we love the country, but what is that commitment? Because there doesn't seem to be any commitment other than threats and bullying.
It's reaffirming our commitment, our treaty obligations to both the Philippines and Japan. He announced a number of things that the department is currently doing to work with both the Philippines and Japan to accelerate and strengthen our relationships. In the Philippines, for example, he made an announcement about bilateral Special Operations Forces training that we're conducting.
Just one last question. How much damage do you think the trade war that has just been launched does to all of what you just said?
Ranking Member Smith, in all the engagements and the personal engagements I've had, in all the engagements that I've seen the Secretary has had. Our relationships with our allies and partners in the region are strong and remain strong.
This only started a couple days ago, so we'll see where it goes. I yield back. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.